Hey there, YouTube, Medwitch here, and don't be concerned about my health when I start chain smoking. This is a subject that is actually starting to really piss me off. Okay, so as you see here, there's a YouTube video playing. This is a UN, I believe it's a UN uh, board that is listening to Anita and Zoe, two radical feminists, or as I like to call them, feminazis. And what really gets me is Zoe's not so much the problem. Zoe was talking about legitimate harassment and prejudice over social media, while Anita is talking about just trying to abolish criticism in and of itself. So let's listen into what she has to say.
Or work through feminist frequency. How do you interpret a multi-level approach to working on these issues? Yeah, so Feminist Frequency is a nonprofit that I run where we look at the way women are represented in the media. And by doing this work, I have been the target for 3 years nonstop of egregious online harassment in all levels. I think it's important to recognize that harassment is, as someone had mentioned, it's not just what is legal and illegal, right? Harassment is threats of violence, but it's also the day-to-day grind of you're a liar, you suck, you know, making all of these hate videos to attack us on a regular basis, and the mobs that come from those hate videos, etc. And so, I've spent a lot of time thinking about online harassment and what we can do about it. And I think something that's really important to understand is that, we know this, but I think it's worth saying that sexism and misogyny did not start with the internet, right? It's been around for.
Okay, so basically what she's saying is, since she started her YouTube channel, Feminist Frequency, which there have been many videos on her particular channel, and it's not by the same person. Now, she's talking about people going on to her YouTube channel, onto her Twitter account, and her Facebook, and all sorts of social media and viral media such as YouTube, and people going on there and criticizing her through the comment board, saying, well, you're a liar, you suck, you're a YouTuber, you get these kind of people. You get it all the time. And she's trying to say that, throughout 3 years that she has been harassed by these people. And harassment to her is people criticizing her about her beliefs. That's the whole point of criticism. It's to say, this is the way you believe. I don't agree with you. This is why I don't agree with you. And by the way, you're stupid. That's criticism in a nutshell. And she's misinterpreting criticism by a wide range of people in these hate videos, people who are actually making videos about her, such as I'm doing now, and calling it hate speech. Now, I don't know what fuck hate. It's not hate speech, it's criticism. They are criticizing your beliefs and your ideologies, and you just can't take it. So now it's harassment. Because I'm a weak, pathetic little woman, and I need special privileges because men don't like the way that I talk about feminism and blah, 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 blah. You know what? Yeah, I am a guy. I don't like the way you talk about what feminism is supposed to be. It's supposed to be about gender equality, not woman supremacy, which is what you are preaching, is woman supremacy. Now, basically what these two are trying to do, you got Anita right here and then Zoe right here, is Zoe made more of a better argument I do give her that, and she's not talking about um, just people trolling you and criticizing you and calling you stupid. She's not talking about that. She's talking Zoe right here is talking about actual literal harassment, not some I'm just going to be a troll and start talking about shit, talk shit about you. She's not talking about that. She's talking about harassment. Now, I don't do the fucking Twitter thing. I just do YouTube and Google Plus. Google Plus has a lot less drama on it, so that's where I do my social media bullshit, I guess you can call it. And so I don't know what she's getting on people harassing her. In her videos, yes, there are people criticizing her in the comment board. That's all it is. I have never, I haven't watched all of her videos. I haven't, there's really no point, because if you're going to watch every single video and then comment on every single one of those videos and then follow her on another form of social media such as Twitter or Facebook or Google Plus, that's harassment. That's a stalking. That's creepy. That's wrong. And yes, it is punishable. People who do harassment, that's punishable. I think this is my first video about this chick, and watch. I shit you not. If I was any bigger, if my channel was bigger and she got a hold of this, she'd call harassment on me. She'd say I'm a misogynist piece of shit, that patriarchy, and I hate women and I'm sexist and everything else. I don't hate women. I love women. I'm not sexist. I don't think women are inferior or better to me. There's certain things that women can do that I can't do. There are things that I can do that women can't do. That's just how it works. There's things I can do that another guy can't do. I know nothing about cars. So what do? I go to a guy I go to a guy or a gal that knows about cars. They're like, hey, you know about cars? Fix my car. That's why we have mechanics. I have very little knowledge about computers. And if I can't figure it out, I want to call somebody who knows a lot about computers. My computer's broke. Fix it. Same with women in the workplace. I'm a fairly taller guy. I'm 6 foot, and the majority of the women I work with were pretty short. So they had a hard time reaching up into high places. So like, hey, you're tall. Can you reach that for me? Sure, why not? And there's times where I got fairly nice sized mitts. There's times where I need to reach into some place really small. I get a chick to do it. Like, hey, how big are your hands? Let me see your hands. You got really small hands. Can you reach in there and do this for me? Because I can't get my hand in there. I'll get stuck. I'll end up having to chop my hand off. There's just certain things that men can do, and this is just like some bullshit. I mean, I could easily get a coat hanger. I can easily do that, but I don't feel like it. And a chick can easily go get a stepping stool or something to get that thing that's out of her reach. But no, she decides to come to me. It's easier. So, that's her. Now, let's see if I can do this without fucking shit up. I'm sorry about this. I really don't understand how this program works. Now, I want to go on to this. Oh, 150. 150. I'm sorry about this. Okay, so this chick, this chick right here, goes by the name of Ba Bahar Mustafa. I think is how you pronounce it. Um, she's the proprietor of Kill All White hashtag Kill All White Men. Ow, son of a bitch. Oh yeah, that felt good. All right, so Kill All White Men. Now, I'm only assuming that she looks white to me, but I'm only assuming she's not, because of the way she speaks and everything. So I'm going to only assume she is not uh, of any white ethnic background. She probably is. She looks fairly white to me. I mean, just a little tanner than that white chick back there, and there's a white dude back there. Still looks white to me. So, but she's saying women, especially women of color, cannot be sexist or racist. So, this Bahar and Anita are my targets for today. Mm-hmm. So, first, let's go to racist and sexist. So here's the definition of racism. She's saying that racism and sexism is uh, it's a privilege. You're privileged to be racist, and you benefit from racism and sexism. I don't understand how people can benefit from being a bigot. I see absolutely no benefit in being a spiteful, hateful asshole. There's no benefit, except there is no benefit. The consequences are you're a mean, bigoted, hateful, spiteful, ignorant, narcissistic piece of fucking crap. So racism, a person who believes, or racist, a person who believes in racism, the doctrine that one's own racial group is superior or that a particular racial group is inferior to others. So, I want to name two racial superior groups. Here in America, we have what's called the Black Panthers, which is the black racial radical group, and we have the Ku Klux Klan, which is the white supremacy. So, black supremacy, Black Panthers; white supremacy, KKK. I don't see any benefit. Everybody hates these two groups. Everybody. I don't know, unless if you're a fucking racist yourself, you hate these two groups. Sexist. Relating to, involving, or fostering sexism, or attitudes and behaviors towards someone based on the person's gender. That means if I say something, like, if I go out to a chick and be like, oh, you're nothing but a woman, go wash my dishes, make me a sandwich, that's sexist. If a girl comes up to me and says, oh, you're a guy, go fix my car, I just told you, I don't know anything about cars. I understand how they work, I can't fix it for you. That's sexism. It's basically profiling. Now, hate speech. This is hate speech. Speech that attacks, threatens, or insults a person or group on the basis of national origin, ethnicity, color, religion, gender identity, sexual orientation, or disability. Do I see political beliefs? The social and political beliefs are different from even religious beliefs are different from the religion itself. Hate speech would be like saying, oh, the KKK, kill all black people. This Bahar chick, kill all white people. Kill all white men. That's sexist and racist, and it's hate speech. Straight out bigotry. Now, I forgot to take a snapshot of harassment, so let's look it up. Let's look up exactly what harassment is. Harassment.
to Wikipedia, Carl Harrison High School is a grades 9 to 12 public high school in Kennesaw, Georgia.
My bad. I guess I had too much of an accent for Google. Harassment. What the fuck? Okay, I'm just gonna type the fucker in. Okay, aggressive pressure or intimidation. That's just the basest bullshit. That's just the base bullshit. Let's see. Legal dictionary, Webster. Let's do to annoy or bother someone in the context of or repeated way. Harass in a sentence. So basically that's saying repeatedly going, like I explained before, repeatedly going to their channel or any social media outlet and following that person, stalking that person, and commenting on every little thing they do or say. That's harassment. Now, criticism. These are two definitions of criticism. This, I think, is more for like the arts, while this is more like in general. So, but this one right here, number 3, is basically what I grew up with as criticism. An unfavorable comment or judgment. Unfavorable, not unjust, unfavorable. Which means that I make this video. I'm going to get a lot of criticism from this video, especially from feminazis. A lot of criticism. But that's because they are making an unfavorable comment or judgment about my video. It is unfavorable to me because it's my video. That's criticism. I'm not going to start whining and crying to the fucking UN and say, oh, these chicks are trolling me and harassing me because they don't agree with my opinion. Criticism is just another form of opinion. People criticize all the time. You're going to have different beliefs. Plain and simple. So, when I make this video, do you think that I'm harassing this person? That I'm being sexist or racist? You know, am I making hate speech according to the definitions I've given? No. I am criticizing stupidity. Things that I believe are stupid. Criticism. That's all it is. If you can't handle criticism, get the fuck off of YouTube. There are bigger channels than you out there, Miss Anita. Ooh. And they get criticized constantly. A lot of those channels that I personally am subscribed to get criticism on a daily basis. Even from videos that they uploaded 2-3 years ago, they are still getting criticism for it. Why? Because that channel had an opinion and somebody disagreed with it. So they're going to critique that video. People have different social, political, and religious beliefs. That's the way it is. That's what makes us different. And by making these videos, we find out who's on our side, who believes the same way we do, and then we also figure out who's not on our side and who doesn't believe the way we do. I mean, yeah, there, you know, channels will be like, well, this person says this. I'm going to prove you wrong. That is called a debate. And a debate starts with criticism. I have been in many, many debates on my channel personally and on other forms of social media that started out with somebody criticizing my video or something that I posted. Or I have even started a debate by criticizing somebody's post or video. That's the whole purpose of it. if somebody starts to criticize you, don't automatically cry out harassment. If you don't see them on every single one of your videos, on all your social media stuff, it's not harassment. Stop calling harassment. You can get people into trouble by doing that. And that is false accusations. That's wrong in and of itself. Making somebody get in trouble because of what you perceive as harassment when it's not is wrong. So Anita and Bahar, you're both sexist. Bahar, you're racist. I've seen things about Anita who she claimed about white male privilege. I've even seen other white females saying white male privilege, which is kind of contradictory because they're white themselves. So I don't understand, I actually had some criticism before, and, there's two different types of criticism. There's trolling, which is, you're a fucktard, you're stupid, get an education, read a book, And then there's constructive criticism, where it's like, okay, I see where you're coming from, these are your beliefs, but here are my beliefs, and here's the evidence of what I believe. That's constructive criticism. Now, yeah, you got your trolls, destructive criticism, that are just going to be sitting there and fucking doing whatever the fuck they want. And calling you all sorts of names and shit. That's fucking whatever. Ignore those people. I have people on my channels that are calling me a fucking, a drag queen and everything. Because they don't agree with my opinion. Or, in this case, facts. They just don't agree with it. So, they call me a drag, or they tell me to go wash my hair. This is my hair. It is washed. This is how my hair looks. I just don't brush it as often as I should. But I just ignore them. Let them fucking troll. That's their opinion. You think I'm a fucking drag? Yeah, some drag I am. You think I don't wash my hair? That's your opinion. I already know what I do and do not do. So, and then when it's more constructive criticism, then I'll pay attention. And then I will go into that little debate. Or long debate. However it turns out. I've said it plenty of times on my channel, I love debates. You learn from debates. Criticism is there for a reason. It can be hurtful at times, yes. Because you do got trolls and they're fucking just douchebags themselves. But then when you have constructive criticism, mine's somewhere in between right now on this video. It's somewhere in between. It's kind of trolling and it's kind of constructive. But really, I actually do really want to get into contact with Anita and see exactly what she says. But those are my opinions. This is my criticism. I'm not harassing. I'm not being sexist. I'm not being racist. There's no hate speech going on here. It's criticism. If you can't take my criticism, get the fuck off my channel. Get the fuck off of YouTube. You don't belong here. Because the majority of the things that go down in YouTube is criticism. I'm pretty sure about 80% of YouTube content is criticism. The majority of the channels that I'm subscribed to is nothing but criticism. But no, it's hate speech and it's harassment. Get your head out your fucking ass and blessed be. And I wish I knew a better way to stop videos and shit. I'm still trying to work this shit out and still trying to get things going. But anyways, blessed be.